to death.
Only if you had the plague would he love you more.
No, see, Shelly, in school, I got my highest scores in not attending.
Ah.
That surprises who, Bill?
Okay, first of all, let me thank y'all for coming. The reason I'm doing this is because this is my last class for my associate degree in history at Lynn. And then I'm going somewhere in the fall. I thought it was Texas State. And it may be Sam Houston. I don't know. I found out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. That all their, as I'm coming in as a junior, all my upper level classes are required to be on campus.
Oh, shit.
Which is not what I had been told before. So, now we're switching back to Sam Houston.
Sam Houston got travel.
Sam Houston I can do online. Texas State said they had a similar program online. The first 2 years are online. The second 2 years are on campus at Texas State.
So that means you have to travel back and forth.
I would, yes. And I don't want to do that.
Or live on campus.
Well, that's not happening. I'm 54 years old. I'll be 55 by the time school starts this fall. No.
Yeah, but you could be the real party mama there.
No, I've already played that game.
You're in the video.
That's okay. No problem. So, anyway, that's the whole reason for tonight. I have one more to do, so believe it or not, you will be a captive audience. Not next week, the following week. And then I get to persuade you all to do something. This is simply informative. And so I decided to do tonight's on my favorite place in the entire planet, Kitzbühel, Austria. Which actually started, the first inhabitants of Kitzbühel, or the valley of Kitzbühel, were the Illyrians between 1100 and 800 BC. They came to mine. And the first slide here is a picture of the Illyrian Empire. They were predominantly in the Balkans until they came into this little bitty area right up over here. And that's the Kitzbühel Alps, which is Tyrol, or the Tyrolean area of southern Germany and western Austria.
We've been there,
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a pic. The mountain peak here is called the Kitzbühel Horn. That's one of the two mountains that are on either side of the Kitzbühel Valley. I can't pronounce the other one. It begins with an H, and to me it looks like hammer, horn. But I know that's not correct. And the lake is Black Lake, otherwise known as Schwarzsee. I don't speak German.
Schwartz.
Schwartz. Well, it looks like an SSEE on the
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, German. And it's supposed to have healing powers because of all the minerals in the area. The Illyrians, when they came to mine, they were mining copper for the Bronze Age. And when the Bronze Age kind of left, almost everyone left the area. This is a wonderful little picture of...
It's Germany.
No, it's Kitzbühel.
Kitzbühel.
And at one point it was Tyrol, then it was Bavaria, then it's back to Tyrol, and now
It looks like Germany.
But one interesting fact about Kitzbühel, it's one of the few European towns that has never been bombed. It survived World War I, it survived World War
Wow.
II. Excuse me. It never has had any of the Napoleonic wars that were in the area has never touched Kitzbühel.
Population of, you know?
8,429.
Oh, real small.
These are some of the mountains around it. They're in the southwestern, the Kitzbühel Alps are in the southwestern corner of the Alps.
Beautiful.
It is.
It really is.
Let's see if I can get.
He's getting this, he will get a copy
Okay.
of the
Okay. Well,
PowerPoint. Winter is, it's like going to, if you've ever been to Colorado, to Vail or to Breckenridge or Snowmass or any of the ski resort
Resort.
towns. But that still shows the original wall that was built in 1320 to protect the city. It was one of the original passes through the Alps in the trademark.
That's amazing.
It was also, for a town of 8,000 people in the 21st century, was one of the original postal stations in Austria. So it has a very wide and varied history. But yeah, we have the elevation is between 2,000 and 5,000 meters above sea level. They are the smaller portion of the Alps. They're not,
6 to
because
12.
the Alps are so old, they don't have the height that we think of with the Rockies, where they're 13,000 feet high, or Mount St. Helens, or Denali, Mount McKinley in Alaska. They don't have the height, just because of erosion and all that. They've been around a lot longer. Tony Harrison is a U.S. citizen who escaped to Kitzbühel, went on vacation 11 years ago and hasn't left. And you can see he has incredible photographs of the area. And a quote that he said is, "Living here in the foothills of the Australian Alps,"
Austrian.
The town of Kitzbühel was first settled by the Illyrians, mining copper between 11 BC and 800 BC. It has a long history and is now home to some of the most famous skiing areas in Europe, including here's the name of the mountain that I couldn't say. What she said. Heinekam Streif, one of the most notorious and dangerous ski races in the World Cup tour.
Wow.
Actually, the
I
first
went to ski it.
the first ski resort. Here's one of their groomed.
Oh, that would probably
Bronze.
break my leg.
But the first ski race was held in Kitzbühel in 1894.
Crazy ass people with 2 sticks on their feet.
Yeah, but
Well,
I love it.
There was a gentleman who was, and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but in 1875, he was the first person to ever ski down from the top of the Kitzbühel Horn. The city center is colorful. There's flowers hanging everywhere in the spring and summer. It's like Rodeo Drive of Austria. You have Louis Vuitton, and when I was there was Benetton. I was in Kitzbühel in 1987. And I decided I will, before my life ends, spend Christmas in Kitzbühel.
We should make that, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just beautiful.
As long as I was in Germany, I never saw Kitzbühel.
what a slacker.
You did?
Yes.
This is one of their cemeteries. You think, oh, it's really
I was working.
big deal, but it's actually built on the side of a mountain. And this church over here, the church was founded in 1326, right after the wall around the town was built. And in 1556, their 6,336 kilometer bell was put into the bell tower. That's roughly 14,000 pounds of metal back in the Middle Ages that was hoisted, and the bell is still functioning in there today. To me, that's what's fabulous about almost anywhere in Europe, but especially Kitzbühel, because they've taken such good care of their history. These are kind of bad, but these are 2 of the pictures that I found from when I was there. This is a bed and breakfast that we stayed in, and this was just like the room with a view. And here are some of the other pictures. You can tell they're old.
1987.
Yeah.
You weren't even born.
I was 12. Oh my lord.
Yeah. I just turned 40.
Should have been here for that one.
I got drunk and passed out on the couch.
And it's simply the places that I found the pictures and giving credit to the works of other people.
But I think a lot of the European countries preserve history so much better than what we do.
If you'd really like to see history every morning on TV, get up, turn to MSNBC Sports for the Tour de France bicycle race. 80% of this is done by helicopter, the viewing that you see. And to see all of these
towns,
old ancient
castles.
towns, that were built in 500
That is
AD.
something that I would really enjoy.
But every morning, it's on for the next
10 days.
10 days.
Well, you see, between here and Houston, I don't know which channels I get on the TV. But
It's channel 159 on Dish.
I have Dish here, but I have cable in Houston.
Yeah, it's 159 here.
It's just NBC Sports.
But
Or you can Google the search for the Tour de France.
I mean, it's just amazing.
So one reason I thought to do Kitzbühel is because it's so hot here right now, that why not do someplace that is cool to be cool?
Yeah. Oh,
What's
that's
the average
cute.
temperature year
the
round?
other side of that
We'll
bell
say more
tower?
in the summertime.
Or
In the
not?
summertime, I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. Go.
Because of their elevation, they're usually not more than 75.
Oh, I'm going to that. I'm going.
And,
Yeah,
Now,
but
in
it's
the
probably
wintertime,
colder.
I know it.
and at night,
altogether
you're gonna need a sweater or a jacket at night.
yes. My optimum operating temperature is 75 degrees in the day and 43 at night. I can live happily forever after.
Just don't want to be there in the wintertime.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah,
I know.
you know, it's like that at
Yes.
home
Yes.
in Maine.
Yeah, I grew up in Western
It's a-
Washington, and I
That's the
gravitated to
next
Alaska
church.
for 17
This
years.
is the bell
I
tower.
would
So,
love
yeah.
to see
And this is
the-
another church.
So you guys
There's
have the
two
small
churches
ones.
right next to each other.
You guys have the small
They
ones
have
in
a
Maine.
Gothic
My husband has to be
church from-
careful where he goes over
Which is
there.
the
He
original
can't go to the
church
Middle East.
built in 13.
So is that the cemetery?
That's one of them, yes.
Wow.
1356.
Want to continue it, or?
No, any other questions?
No. I want to go there.
Then
Yeah,
I
me
have
too.
succeeded.
You know,
Yes.
when you say Gothic church,
That's
when you say Gothic, I think of these kids today being Gothic. You know, they had a church like that?
No,
That's the way it's spelled.
Yeah, I know.
it's architectural style.
Yeah.
And they also have a Baroque.
What's a Baroque?
Baroque is another, it's like Gothic, it's another time, period in time, it's pertaining to the architecture as well.
It's where it's not.
In
the
fact,
Hicks.
that church,
Baroque.
it's not Baroque,
Yeah,
it's
it-
Baroque.
Yeah, it's not the Hicks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
That's the
Okay.
one thing I miss about Germany.
The sticky isn't sticky
I thank
anymore.
y'all very much.
Thank
That
you.
is a